We are now in your office of the Planetary Society, Pasadena, California, the same town where this society was birthed.
A true fact.
So
not
give me
a false fact.
Give me a fast birther story on this.
So Carl Sagan had been very influential in getting Voyager, the Viking landing on Mars, and the 2 Voyager spacecraft launched.
And just for historical completeness, there were 2 missions, a Viking lander and a Viking orbiter.
Yes.
And so it could photograph the surface.
Yes, amazing,
Yeah.
really amazing visionary ideas. And so he noticed that public interest in space exploration, especially planetary exploration, was very high, but government support of it was waning. And he had this big idea for a solar sail spacecraft.
This is the 1970s now.
1976.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the disco era. And that was set aside for more human missions, including the famous handshake in space, so that the Soviet Union and the United States would have no more conflict. And that worked out great.
It was an Apollo capsule in orbit around Earth, a Soyuz capsule, and they were configured so that their collars could join, and they open the hatch, and they're all weightless, so they're just floating through, and they would shake hands. And I was told that the Americans were trained to only speak Russian, and the Russians were trained to only speak English.
And U.S. astronauts still speak Russian. It's still a thing they do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we flew on Soyuz rockets for a zillion years.
Right.
All that inclusive. Bruce Murray, who was head of the Jet Propulsion Lab during these famous missions, Viking and Voyager.
Jet Propulsion Lab right here in Pasadena.
Yes, right at the Weber up the street. And then Lou Friedman, who was an orbital mechanics guy.
Engineer.
Yes, at both the PhD, which you like, they decided that there was enough interest in space exploration that they could start the Planetary Society.
Enough grassroots interest.
Grassroots.
Yeah.
So the Planetary Society had tens of thousands of members by the end of, pick a number, 1982. Was started in the winter of 79, 1980. I'm a charter member.
Now, I remember getting the letter, and I was not, I'll be frank with you, I was not moved by the letter, because if I remember correctly, it says, "Dear citizen of planet Earth." And I said, that's not very special to me.
What did you want? Citizen of New York.
I don't, dear Neil. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
something
it
a
was
little
the
more personal than
the
dear citizen of planet Earth.
It was the state of the art.